previously talked about the work of Dr. Stephen Jacobs, who surveyed thousands of biologists around the world and found that they overwhelmingly acknowledge the biological fact that the human life cycle begins at fertilization. I've seen a couple recurring critiques of his work, one of which I would like to address here. Several pro-choice people have suggested that Jacobs was equivocating on what the biologists meant by life. They suggested that the biologists were just talking about cellular life, the way that all cells are alive, and that Jacobs tried to make it sound like they were talking about human life, and that's not really what they meant. Jacobs made no such equivocation. In his work, he asked the biologists if they would consider the following statements correct. Statement A: the end product of mammalian fertilization is a fertilized egg, zygote, a new mammalian organism in the first stage of its species life cycle with its species genome. Statement B: the development of a mammal begins with fertilization, a process by which the spermatozoon from the male and the oocyte from the female unite to give rise to a new organism, the zygote. Explicit statement: in developmental biology, fertilization marks the beginning of a human's life since the process produces an organism with a human genome that has begun to develop in the first stage of the human life cycle. Jacobs is not equivocating between the ideas of cellular life and human life. He is very explicitly talking about mammalian life cycles, which of course include humans, and one of his statements even says, the beginning of a human's life. Jacobs found that the strong majority of the biologists he surveyed said these statements were correct. If you believe Jacobs is equivocating between cellular life and human organisms, then you didn't read his work. Some of the other recurring objections I've seen suggest that the people making them also didn't read his work. I'll cover more in future videos.